Hi, this is Francisco Bujan from vitalcoaching.com. As you can see today, we are in the training rhythm. We are outdoor. I thought I'd give you just a couple of tips on how to train really smart. There are 5 key strategies that I gathered today, and I want to share them with you because, as you can imagine, and maybe you experience that for yourself, staying in good shape or losing weight or simply being healthy, having enough energy and enough vitality in your life is something that many people struggle with. Being out of shape, gaining weight is really one of the top 3 things that people worry about. So it's not just about something that is nice to do and have fun with when you have a little bit of spare time. No, this is really something which is essential for your life. And you have just one body, that's the only one you have. You were given one body, and it's super important to keep it in good shape. Okay, so here are 5 key strategies that you can apply if you want to get back in shape, if you want to stay fit, if you want to train, work on your nutrition. The first one is identify the best training rhythm. What do I mean by that? Well, what I mean it is that if you go outdoor and start training 5 times a week for 2 or 3 hours, and you don't know how to put that within your schedule, and it conflicts with family priorities, you don't see your kids, or you really end up being exhausted and you can actually push your body too far. So overtraining is a key mistake that you can make when you start training. So the goal is really to identify the type of training rhythm that you can maintain on the long term. That's one thing which is very important to keep in mind. The second strategy is you don't have to push yourself all the time. When you go outdoor, when you train, when you go to the gym, there are some days where you are going to have a rhythm which is relatively easy, and then some days where you are going to push yourself. So something that works really well for me is that I push myself about once or twice a week. Once or twice a week I'm going to do to make an extra effort. I'm going to train a little bit longer. It might be 2 hours. It might mean climbing a mountain somewhere. It might mean training really a little bit harder. And after that, I give my body a break. And when I say a break, it means that I'm still going to train lightly the following day. I'm still going to do something physical, but I'm not going to push myself. I give my body a break. Why? Well, you have to realize that what actually builds up strength, builds up muscle, builds up health is not so much the training itself, but it's the recovery time that happens after the training. It's in the process of the healing of your muscles after a big effort that actually your health is being built. So if you don't give your muscles time to recover, eventually there is an accumulation of tiredness, an accumulation of tension, and eventually you go towards an injury, or you simply end up being physically exhausted. So you have to think about this in a very smart way. And if you want to get results, listen to this strategy and don't push yourself always. Don't push yourself all the time. If you work on a certain muscle group one day, then the following day you are going to relax and train another muscle group, for instance. And if you did push yourself really hard one day, then the following day you are going to train a little bit lighter. Okay, that's the second strategy. The third super important strategy is nutrition. When you just focus on the physical body, just on training, just on exercise, that's very good. That's half of the story. Now, to get really seriously good results, you need to combine training with nutrition. You need to work on those 2 strategies at the same time. So what does it mean? Basically eating healthy, not eating stuff which is bad for you, and in quantities which are affordable, which are really really good. So nutrition, that's a big topic. You can go back to my site at vitalcoaching.com/stayfit.htm. There is a whole bunch of strategies on nutrition as well, so I won't expand too much on that. The fourth strategy has to do with setting up long-term targets. You have to think, like when you want to get back in shape, you have to think about a 3 months target. Okay? If you haven't been training like for years, then you can even think a 6 month or 1 year target to actually reach what you want to reach. But the goal is to be able to maintain a training rhythm on the long term that is not going to exhaust you. Okay? Using your willpower once, it's okay. But if you keep on using just your willpower, lots of discipline, lots of willpower over and over again, eventually you will notice that after 3 to 6 months, you run out of willpower and eventually you go back to where you were before. So think about long-term targets, and even if you don't get results within a month or a week or even a couple of months, it doesn't mean that you're not making progress, but you have to think that it simply takes time to build up. Okay? The fifth strategy has to do with focusing on more than just one thing. For instance, if you go to the gym, it's not just about muscles. It's about endurance, it's about flexibility, it's about health, vitality, it's about weight loss, and it's about your mind as well, because training has a massively positive impact on your mind as well. Okay? That's all I have to say for here. Go back to my site, vitalcoaching.com/stayfit.htm. There is a link there for coaching as well if you want to work with me. I'll be happy to help you further. Take care and bye-bye.